I just got my first ever Profusion PR package, and it's a Halloween collection. So this is my first time ever playing with the brand. I have a full Halloween collection sitting right here. So you guys want to see what my thoughts are on this collection, what it's all about, well then definitely keep watching. Okay, so this collection came with a lot of goodies. First off, we have the Web of Eyes eyeshadow palette. This is going to have 13 shades, which obviously makes sense because it is a Halloween palette. And this definitely is going to be somewhat of like a dark spider-esque Halloween vibe. It doesn't have the true traditional colors I look for in a Halloween palette, but it's still gonna have some Halloween shades in here and a little bit of like a Halloween aspect to it. Again, I've never played this brand, so I don't know the quality of this palette, but we're definitely gonna find out. It also came with the Witch's Potion blend. This is gonna be a makeup sponge and sponge holder set. What? That is so cute. Like so cute. If I have price points, I'll list it right here because this collection has not been revealed yet, so it's not live, so I don't know the price points on that, but I'll have it like here or down in the description. It's also came with a pH color changing balm called Moonlight Magic right here. You guys know that these typically are not my favorite because it pulls so bright pink on me. I'm not a big fan of them, but I'm excited to still try it out. We have a Wicked Glaze handheld mirror. We have a Spooky Seal. This is a setting spray right here. That is adorable. We also have the Witch's Broom Closet. It's going to come with three brushes right here that are probably going to look like broom handles. We also have 2 different eyelashes right here. It came with 2 different eyelashes. And then there's also going to be a Chrome Monster Chrome Gel Liner set right here, which I'm excited to dive into, along with a Vampire Bite Tinted Lip Gloss and Lip Liner. Ooh. And then we also have this is a Luminous Face and Lip Gloss duo right here, followed by the Graveyard Flush like cheek and lip balm right here. So they sent over a lot of goodies and I'm just like, whoa. Because like I said, I've never played this brand before. So I'm going to go ahead and zip you guys in. We're going to play with each product. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions of 1, the Halloween collection, but 2, Profusion Cosmetics as a whole. Like I said, I've never tried this brand. I've always wanted to, and wow, it's like they knew to send me the right collection. They know how much I love Halloween, obviously. All right, so I'm going to go into this Mummy Glow right here because it says a shimmer lip gloss. I kind of want to try the gloss because my lips need something on it right now. Otherwise, you guys are looking at a crusty, dusty lip gloss moment. So let's see how this looks. So this is really cute. Has a little bit of like iridescent sparkles in it. That's really cute. Let me go ahead and put this on the lips. There's no smell to it, and it feels, wow, it feels incredibly light. Like it feels like I'm putting water on my lips. And there's no smell to it whatsoever. And there's no taste. Wow, okay, interesting. Interesting. All right, cool. All right, so for starters, let's go into the Web of Lies palette right here. I think I'm just gonna play with like one eye look today. I think we're gonna do some purple and some blacks and maybe some of these shimmers right here. Let's just try this out. So they have brushes, but I'm not gonna lie, these brushes look a little bit too big for my personal taste when it comes to applying eyeshadow, especially since these are pretty tiny, like pretty tiny pans. So I'm just gonna use my own brushes so I could actually give this a fair review. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and we're just gonna put this right in our crease area. My desk is so messy, guys. It's not even funny how messy my desk is. I just generally have not had any time to clean it. I've been so busy and I need to clean because I actually have a friend coming over tomorrow and she's going to be possibly be our new like dog sitter. Not because I don't love the people that I already have watching my dogs, but I feel like it's such an inconvenience to have them watch my dogs because one lives in Jacksonville and then one lives in Savannah, Georgia. And so whenever they come to watch my dogs, like they take time off of work to come down here. And we make sure that we pay them like a good amount so that's kind of worth it for them. But I always feel bad making them kind of skip on their own life and leave their own home to come watch our dogs. So I actually have a friend of mine who I happen to work with, and she really loves dogs. And I was just kind of telling her one day about my situation, how it's really hard for like me and Corey to travel anywhere. Like we want to go see our good friend who just moved to Tennessee, but we're like, oh man, it's just not easy for us to travel because we will not board our dogs for various reasons. We just don't want to board our dogs. And so it makes it a little bit more difficult for us to go anywhere because we can't, we don't want to board our dogs, and renting an Airbnb can just get so expensive, just like so expensive. And whenever we go to like Tennessee, we want to be able to not have to worry about having our dogs be locked up all day if we're out traveling. That's not fair to them. So that's why we want to get like someone to help to watch our dogs, and it makes it easier whenever we do want to go to like Jacksonville to go see Paige and Jarvis, or go to Gainesville to see Betty and Zane, to have someone that can be here to help watch our dogs. Wow, this shadow is actually blending out quite nicely. I am legit surprised. I don't know what I expected. You know, so funny is a lot of you guys always told me how great this formula was. I just generally have never tried it. So this is a first for me, and I'm kind of excited about it. All right, I'm going to go into this little black shade right here, and we're going to go ahead and just stamp this literally just at the end right here. Just going to stamp this in. I'm going to go into this deeper purple right here to help to blend in with that. All right, this shade is a little patchy because the second I start to blend it, it does kind of like dissipate. You guys see that? It's like dissipating. So that is something to take note, but you know what? Purples are kind of difficult to formulate, so I kind of get it. All right, let's see if I can add a shimmer. I'm gonna go into this purple shade right here. Let's see if I can add that right here. Okay. I will say it's a very lackluster shimmer. I guess this shade right here to put next to that. I thought this was gonna be a glitter shade, but it's actually really like pretty, almost like a duochrome moment. Let me show you. Kind of like a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Okay, let's try that out. Now this feels a lot better than that other shimmer. I don't know what's going on with the other shimmer. It just felt super dry, but this feels definitely a lot better for sure. Okay, I want to go into like this spider web right here. This is definitely a duochrome. It's really pretty. Definitely want to play with that. Ooh, it's kind of golden on the lid. That's nice. I'm going to take the shade right here to help to blend that out just a little bit. I will say it's actually not a bad like formula. The mattes are not that bad. They're blending very easily. I'm not noticing any sort of fallout with them, and they're blending really nicely, except for that one purple definitely had some patchiness to it. But everything else is blending nicely. The shimmers, they're definitely not bad. They kind of remind me a little bit of like ColourPop shimmer, so I really am enjoying that, except for that one was just a little lackluster. But I feel like it's blending really nicely. I didn't need to lay down any glitter glue. It's holding on. It's very soft on the lid, very easy to blend out, which I do kind of enjoy that aspect. So let me go ahead and clean this up. We're going to come back with our lashes on. We're going to move on to the face. I think for today's eyelash looks, I think I'm going to go into probably this one right here. This is called Wicked Wink. This is super cute. I'll probably use these today. Okay, so now that the eyes are pretty much done and the face is on, I'm going to go into the rest of the products. I want to let you know I did not use a sponge. It's so tiny, but look at how cute this is. That's actually really adorable to house this sponge. And the sponge has like a really cute like little witch's hat on here. I'll definitely have to try it out, but I just wanted to show you guys how cute this little sponge holder is. Oh my God, it's adorable. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the face. I have two different cheek products. So the first one we have is called Graveyard Flush. This is a cheek and lip. This is a lip and cheek balm. Okay, so it's gonna make a little skull. That's actually super cute. Oh my gosh. And it's a brain. Like, what? It's a brain. That is absolutely adorable. I'm definitely gonna have to swatch this. Let me see if I can swatch just a little bit. Okay, so that's gonna be the color right there. I did it very, very lightly. And then I'm gonna go ahead and also swatch the Moonlight Magic. This is the pH Color Balm. You could definitely use this for a cheek moment as well. But you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of these type of products just because it pulls so pink on me. But I am excited to try this out. Okay, this is what it looks like. See, there it starts. There it goes. Definitely pulling a little bit more like pinky, like a hot pink. I don't know what it is. I don't unless that's like what everybody's skin turns to. I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and pass on trying this right now. But I am gonna go into this skull because this looks so freaking cool. And I'm gonna take it on my Make It by Mario F4 brush right here. So I'm just gonna tap this into the little brain, and let's try this out. Okay, that's actually really pretty, and it's really, really easy to build up with. I also realized that it's a cream that I'm putting on top of powder. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I really like that actually. Okay, so then for the like highlighter, we do have a face gloss. Now I'm usually not a big fan of this type of product because it looks like this. We're gonna try it. I'm just gonna tap it with my finger. Ooh, she's gooey. She's gooey. We're just gonna tap this right here. Ooh. Well, you know, it just gives me a really like subtle glow. Like just a really soft, subtle glow. I feel like a little bit does go a long way. It just kind of looks like I'm low-key like sweating on the face, or like just put like baby oil on the face. It's like one of the two, but it is blending in nicely. And then I am just kind of going over it with a sponge to help to dry it down just a tad. And then it's kind of giving me like that glow from within look. It actually is pretty. Like it is. I'm just not the biggest fan of products like this just because I feel like it makes my face kind of sticky, but it is pretty nonetheless. Like I really do like how that glow is looking. So that's actually quite nice. All right. Then to finish off the under eye, I'm going to go back into the palette. I'm just going to go into this green right here because I feel like it would be really pretty to put underneath the waterline to kind of bring out like the definite like witchy vibes. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and just run this right along here. Okay, so for eyeliner, we do have two Chrome Monster. Okay, so for eyeliner, we do have this Chrome set right here. It comes with two shades. I'm really curious to see what these shades are going to be. I feel like it's going to be like a metallic green, metallic purple, but it's going to be like really pretty, I hope. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Okay, so here is this purple one. Oh, wow. That is super creamy. That is really creamy. Okay, then let's see what the green one looks like. I feel like green would kind of pop with this look, like low-key, right? I don't know why I thought it'd be more vibrant green. I don't know, I just thought it'd be more vibrant green, but let's just try this out today. It is super, super creamy. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my waterline with this. I feel like it's kind of showing up, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I can see it, but I don't know if you guys can see how it's showing up either. But it is really pretty. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I'm actually going to go into this shade right here to do the inner corners. I feel like it'd be so pretty for an inner corner. So I'm going to take this and go right into my brush. Exactly what I was looking for. It's like a beautiful like golden greenish shift. It's so pretty, and I knew that it would just complement this eye look so nicely. Really pretty. And then I'm just going to finish it off by putting this shimmer right here in our brow bone. Ooh, that's another lackluster shimmer. I don't get it. Why are some shimmers really good in this palette and some are just so lackluster? I don't understand. All right, it's actually not bad. Okay, now to finish this off, we do have the Vampire by Tinted Lip Gloss and Lip Liner. I'm curious what they mean by tinted, and hopefully it goes with this look. Otherwise, this should be fun. So I don't know if it's going to. I've never tried, like I said, any of their products. So far, they're impressing me. For drugstore, their product's actually quite nice. No wonder you guys have always told me to try this brand. I can see what you guys are referring to now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go for it. I'm just going to try this out. Hopefully it complements each other. Let's see what lip color this is going to be. Oh, y'all, the way that just swatched, holy crap. Okay, what? Oh my God, that is unbelievably creamy. Oh my God. And the color, bitch, that's so pretty. That is absolutely pretty. Okay, so this is gonna be a tinted lip oil. This is a tinted lip gloss. I'm so curious to see what it means by that. I don't like anything. I'm curious to see what it means by that. So this is how it looks. Back of my hand, it's clear. Okay. Doesn't have a smell. It looks like blood. Okay, sorry. The applicator is weird though. It's a plastic applicator. That's weird. That's a little weird. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, I absolutely hate that applicator. Oh God, that is horrible. Definitely not the color that I would have chose for this look. but it is a very beautiful color. Like it says it has a tint. It's a very, very light tint. And I feel like it works perfectly with that lip liner. That is really pretty. Wow. Okay. All right. So then last but not least, we have the Spooky Seal. This is going to be a setting spray. I don't know if this is a mattifying setting spray. It doesn't say it. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. The font on the very back of this packaging, my 35-year-old eyes cannot read that, besties. So we're just going to assume that it's mattifying. But if not, we're just going to get to look at how pretty it is regardless, because this is probably one of the cutest packagings for a setting spray. Like, come on now. That is so cute. Okay, let's try this out. Wow, that smells really good. Okay guys, so here's the final look right here. I do think it's actually really pretty, but I definitely have some thoughts. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out, and I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions on the new, I guess, Halloween collection from Profusion. Okay guys, so this is the final look right here, and I definitely have some thoughts. So first off, we have the Web of Lies eyeshadow palette. I will say for a Halloween palette, it's cute. It definitely does fit the theme of like spiders for sure. Am I that impressed with this palette? Yes and no. The reason I say yes and no is because the matte shades did work quite nicely, except for this one purple. The matte shades worked really nicely. They blended out really easily. I didn't really notice a lot of fallout with them, especially this black shade. I usually am intimidated to work with black, but this one actually worked quite nicely. But I think the hesitation for me in this palette is going to be the shimmer. Some shimmers in here worked beautifully, felt so creamy, felt so buttery, while other ones just felt very, very lackluster, which kind of makes me go, huh, why do some shimmers feel better than others? I'm not entirely sure, but overall for a drugstore palette, this is actually quite nice, and it definitely makes me want to try more palettes from this brand. I was actually really intrigued by this one right here. Then we do have this really cute like brain cheek and lip balm right here. I will say it's actually really pretty. Even though this is a balm and it's kind of meant to go on before you put on setting powder, I noticed that it blended out really nicely on the setting powder. It did not pick up any of the powder underneath. It did not disturb the foundation, which I was actually quite impressed with. Plus, it's also just super cute. Like, I do not have anything like this in my collection. A color like this, sure, but the concept and design, I do not. And I just really like how this is super blendable and super buildable. I really enjoy that aspect. This actually impressed me on this one. Now, I don't have anything to say about the Moonlight Magic, and the reason why is because the fact that I'm just not a big pH changing person, like pH changing makeup product. I typically don't gravitate towards these because they pull so bright pink on me, and I just don't like how it looks. It's a cool concept, but I honestly probably won't get a good use out of this because I just generally don't gravitate towards these type of products. Nothing against it, it's just not for me. Okay, then we have the Vampire Bite Lip Kit, y'all. I think out of everything, this is the most impressive to me because that like lip liner, oh my god, it is the creamiest lip liner I think I've ever played with. Now, there's a downside to that. Typically, whenever a product like that tends to be super creamy, it does have the capability of smearing and smudging or transfer and lifting whenever you eat or drink anything. So just be mindful of that. But I will say, oh my god, one of the like freaking creamiest formulas I ever played with. The lip gloss, I do like the fact that it's supposed to be tinted, but it came out more sheer. I just don't like the applicator. The applicator is like this weird plastic thing. I'm not a fan of that, but I feel like the color story as a whole, it is really beautiful. I kind of left a little bit ombre right here. So see, look, see what I mean? It's bleeding. And that is what I mean by it being like super creamy with like the lip combo formula between the gloss and the lip liner. It is going to bleed and transfer just because it's super, super creamy. And that gloss is really, really, really like wet and high shine and non-sticky, just glides around the lips. It does have the capability of transferring, but it is a really pretty color nonetheless. I think what I could do when it comes to this lip liner, I think I can lay it down, put some setting powder on it to really help to lock it in place. But other than that, it's a really pretty lip kit. I also enjoy the chrome eyeliners. These are actually super creamy. They remind me a lot of the ColourPop eyeliners that I know that I love so much. They remind me so much of that. So I definitely want to try more eyeliners from this brand because it was super creamy, it was super creamy. It glided on like butter. And I'm really, really, really interested in trying out more shades from this brand. Next, we have just this little cute little sponge and cauldron. I did not try this, so I have nothing to say about it other than it's super cute. The setting spray is super cute too. It smells amazing. I don't know, like I said, whether or not this is a mattifying or glowing. I don't know. It smells really good. It's such a cute packaging. Like for me, the settings alone make it so worth it. I freaking love that. Then we have the lashes. The lashes are actually quite comfortable. The lashes are actually quite comfortable right here. I usually wear like Kiss lashes. I haven't worn, usually I wear like Kiss or Dell lashes. I haven't worn like any other drugstore brand, but this one's actually quite comfortable, really easy to work with, and I feel like they have a more of a natural flair to them, which I really do appreciate. And then we have the brush set right here. I did not use this brush set just because I really didn't know what I would use the brushes for. But here's how they look, like little broomsticks. They're super, super, super cute. I will say the bristles feel pretty dense. They don't feel the softest, but they do feel pretty dense, which would be really nice. And the handle is just very unique to hold, but not a bad deal. Just not really the shape of brushes that I tend to go for. We do have the Mummy Face Glow and Lip Gloss right here. The lip gloss, it's nice. It felt super, super wet. So this is the type of lip gloss that would not have longevity. So I typically would not go for a gloss like this because of how wet it is. It's going to slip and slide right out the lip. But the face gloss, y'all, can we take a minute to appreciate that? It just gives me a really soft, subtle glow. And surprisingly enough, it actually does kind of dry down. So it's like not sticky. It just gives you a glow from within, which is something I can really appreciate. So definitely not a bad product at all. And then finally, we have a little hand mirror. I have nothing to say about this because, again, I didn't use it, but it is super cute nonetheless. So overall, this was my first time ever trying anything Profusion, and I have to say, this will not be my last. This will not be my last. I'm kind of mad at myself saying, why have I sat on this brand for so long? Some of you guys always told me to try this brand. I just haven't gotten around to do it, and now I'm just like, why haven't I tried this brand sooner? It's actually really nice for a drugstore brand, and this collection was super cute, perfect in time for Halloween. So I think as I'm filming this, the collection is going to be live as of right now. Again, I'll have all the price points about the products listed down below where you guys can get them. But Profusion, thank you so much for sending this my way. I think you guys sent me one of the perfect collections to try at your brand, which is Halloween. It's my favorite, and I'm just... oh my god, this is so cool. So that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures with my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.